Recent conclusions show that today people are happier when their money is spent on living rather than having. So I'm going to tell you something today that maybe goes contrary to what you had in mind for your business, but I am going to tell you if you've got a good, strong business that you're building, don't scale. A lot of times when we scale, our communication avenues become less. They become less personal. They become less of a touch. We usually have to do something with pricing and how we ship, and we add some complication in there and less of a personal touch in how our product or service is actually delivered to the client or customer. So what I'm telling you is some of the best things that I think that you can do is to kind of take a look and say, okay, what are the best parts of what I'm delivering? What are people like about me being the size I am? Number one, generally, with most companies I work with, is the fact that you listen. You listen to what they have to say. You adapt to the needs of that customer. There's a point where I don't know if we get cocky or if we get sure of ourselves or we just get, hey, to handle the volume, we kind of stop listening and we just run the thing. And it's at that point where we sometimes lose customers because we've lost the vision. So I would take a look at what you're doing and say, are we listening still? Are we listening to the customer, and do they know we're listening? I mean, is the format open communication? That one-on-one communication is so important. I had a software that we recently purchased and to help us with some of the things we're doing, and it's a company that started out small and they've grown and we're very popular. We're highly recommended. As we went to implement it, we ran into a few problems with the number of clients that we were working with on this, that all of a sudden their software didn't deliver quite what it said. And so we tried to call them. They don't have a phone available, a phone number to call for help. You have to email them and wait 48 hours for a response. Well, as a customer, I don't have enough patience or time to wait 48 hours for that response on something that I think is something, an emergency that I want to get out and take care of today. And so real quick, that software, although highly recommended, became less and less important to me. And I much rather would have worked with maybe a startup company who was excited to take my phone calls, was excited and to figure out how they can help me and serve me. And so you think about your company, are you positioned for that? Are you excited to solve those problems? Are you excited to help when they might come up? We're a part of a company that's building when we support or we help them, or we become part of it. It becomes part of us, and we like that and support it further. And what I'm talking about is like, even if it's the little kids selling cookies or lemonade at the stand, when you help them out, you feel kind of good that you helped them out. There is a point where none of us feel like when we walk into Walmart that we kind of helped them out by buying some lemonade there. There's not that feeling there at all, right? And so you don't want to lose that. You want to keep that touch. And so that interactive part of working with people and letting them know that you appreciate, you're thankful for the help is so important to get back to them so that they feel that, okay, I am part of this company. I am doing something good with my time and money in the community. I'm helping to build these local businesses. And then the third thing is the entertainment value. So many times when we try to scale, we consolidate what we're offering. We cut back on the things that are important or the things that make a difference to people. I have a client of mine who actually is a farmer, and this farmer is a brilliant man. He as he built his farm up and the things that he sells and the things that he does there, it's all an entertainment. And he looks at it as, I don't just sell, corn on the cob where people can buy it. I don't just sell Christmas trees, but I sell an experience. So when Christmas trees come around, he doesn't have a lot with a bunch of Christmas trees out front. He has sleighs, and families show up, they jump on the sleigh, they ride a little ways in, horse-drawn sleighs, and they pick which tree they want. And they pull it off and they make an experience, and this is our tree, and they load it up and they take it back to their car. He charges double what other people are for fresh trees. People are lined up gladly willing to pay that because of the experience, the family experience there. The same thing with everything from honey, where he takes and shows people his beehives. You can always, when you stop by his farm to buy some of the products, he's always got a little petting zoo with baby animals around there. Those type of things he puts out there, so he makes the experience great. If he was to scale and look at just producing, he'd probably have to drop a lot of those things to make that work, which would not be the draw that he has today. And so as you look at the things you're doing, there's a couple, three things that I would tell you to do is take a look at your business and say, how can I package it so it's more of an experience? Can I do something that with whatever I'm doing? If I'm a real estate agent, if I'm a chiropractor, if I'm a restaurant owner, what am I doing to make it an experience that's memorable? Then once you've got that going, do you have an opportunity where people can brag about it? And what I mean by that is there a photo opportunity, right? Where whatever the experience is, they can take a picture of themselves doing it and they can tell people the fun they're having. Look how much is shared on social media about people when they have, a good meal where they're taking pictures of their food, or they're at an event, they want to take these pictures. Provide that opportunity so that they can brag and tell people about what you're offering. And the third one is this, along the same lines, though, is you don't need to create that large scale complex experience. What you need is the right experiences that are sticky, that are memorable, that stick out to people. And as you have those people that experience it will drive your brand, they'll drive your story far better than you can, because it's coming from people that are not tied to it in ownership or money, but for people that are experienced. And when they brag about you or they talk about their great experience, it is so much better received. So don't scale, be more creative, and listen more. That's my advice today. Thanks. Steve Reich with R Marketing.